Welcome to the Village Idiots podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Nathan. With me this evening I have Jordan.
Hey.
Nicole.
What's up?
Justin.
Hey, yo.
And Emily.
Hello.
We are a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. At the end of every episode, we name a village idiot. Last week's village idiot was none other than Drusilla, the god, apparently now.
Goddess.
Still bullshit.
Hello, goddess.
Goddess. Hey, god is gender neutral.
Is it?
Is it? Both at the same time. Is it? I wonder if there is a gender neutral term for goddess or for god, or if it is god.
Yeah, you say by
That's
the
weird.
gods.
We should talk about that for a minute.
Well, God is neither man nor woman, so.
Yeah, people say God is a woman all the time.
According to Ariana Grande, God is a woman. So.
Okay. I'll take Ariana Grande's word on that.
We gotta trust Ariana Grande. IAGWT. In Ariana Grande, we trust. We should get it printed on all of our money. Anyway, the village idiot last week was, Drew, the god, apparently, now. So, Drew, what happened last week?
All right. I definitely remember the end because it involved me, but in the beginning...
Was Ariana Grande.
Oh, nice. We kind of went the same way. That was cool.
Are you saying Ariana Grande is nothing?
No, I was making a Bible reference, and then you also made a Bible reference. Because Ariana Grande is God. We already had this discussion. What are you doing?
Yeah, what happened last episode?
Oh my god.
According to Google, God is a neutral term.
Oh, dope. Now that we got that figured out, what did we do at the very beginning?
At the end of last week's episode, we found our heroes, ?
Looking at the lizard folk.
Yeah, looking at the lizard folk, that's right. And Saph had just figured out that was a shield colossi.
Yes. And then we went
Or
back.
shield colossus.
We went back. We told everybody not to light fires because they were the lizard people. And then we decided to go to sleep. We set watch. We tried to find some tea on Agmir and Fira. And we didn't find anything, which was very annoying. And then there was rustling in the bushes. But then we ignored it, I guess. Continued to sleep, woke up the next morning, everything was fine. We got some fish, and we were going to go to the lizard people. And we were going to basically just try to come in peace. And they were hiding behind the trees, and they jumped out with spears, bone spears. And then I grabbed one of them, ripped its arm off. It hit me with something, and then I burned it alive. So everyone around obviously thought that I was a god. So they immediately began worshiping me, which was dope. The plan now, at that point, was to be taken into the camp, let them worship me, and while they're doing that, I'll be distracting them, and Saph can get inside the Colossus thing. So we get there. I'm looking at I'm being worshipped, and then another big old lizard person comes out, and he is very upset because he is the old god, and now since I am claiming to be the new god, I have to fight him. And that is where we stopped. Oh, I think Scar and I kind of worked out a plan of what was going to happen.
Saph also was able to get into the shield colossus.
And found out it's still working.
Found out it's still working. And then Scar and I decided when I attack stuff, she's going to use thaumaturgy to make it look like it's even scarier. And that's it.
Cool. Yeah, so that's where we are. Everyone, would you please take your nearest d20 and roll initiative for me, please?
I'm sorry, what? Why?
This is hand-to-hand combat between Drew and the old lizard folk god. However, you all might want to do stuff as well, so we don't miss anyone.
I don't frickin' believe it.
No!
Oh, no.
Hagamir crit himself again.
I am flabbergasted.
You gotta say it.
I crit myself.
19.
I got an 18.
Saph?
I rolled a 22.
How do you get to go first and it's her hand?
Will you just open the panel?
Oh, yeah.
So if anyone wants to do anything, just let me know what you want to do, and I'll say how far you get into it in 6 seconds. All right, Saph, it's the top of the order, so you're going to be first. You just opened up this back panel to this shield colossus, and you found that everything is still in working order.
I would investigate what it would take to turn it back on.
Okay, roll me an investigation, please.
That's an 8.
It appears that everything is, foreign to you. It's kind of a wonder that everything's still operational after, centuries or millennia. But it looks like there's something missing, like some sort of key. You're not sure what that looks like or what it would be, if it's a physical key or if it's something else that you need to have in order to command this colossus.
Shit.
Would you like to move?
No.
Okay. Drew, it is your turn. Before you stands an 8-foot tall lizard folk. It looks more crocodilian than the other lizard folk who have kind of frilled heads and look more like iguanas. This one looks really nasty and it's got angry yellow eyes and lots of teeth and big old claws. And he's also wielding, you notice now, an angry-looking bone trident.
Good to know. Good to know.
What would you like to do?
Are we, starting now?
Yeah, you're in combat.
All right.
Your arena is the ground in front of, or between the ruins and the shield colossus. The lizard folk surrounding the two of you are the walls. The old god, who we'll call the Lizard King, he is about 20 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm going to cast blindness on him first.
Okay.
Choose one creature you can see within range to make a Constitution saving throw.
It fails.
Dope. If it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened. Your choice. I'm going to pick blinded. For the duration, at the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. The duration is 1 minute.
Okay. So, and your spell save DC is still 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Would you like to move?
And
also, have you ever cast blindness before?
No.
What does it look like?
It doesn't really look like anything. Drew kind of waves her hand in the air, kind of over where his face would be in her vision. And it doesn't really look like anything. He just can't see. It's a very low-key kind of spell.
Okay.
Just kind of happens.
If anyone is looking closely, the Lizard King's eyes go kind of glassy, and its gaze goes unfocused. So, you said you did not want to move?
I want to move away from where he last saw me. So I'm going to move to the right, kind of away, but closer to him. If it was a clock, I move to, if he's at...
He's at 12, you're at 6.
Yeah, 12 and 6, and I'm moving to 3.
Okay.
But I do it quietly.
Can you roll me a stealth, please?
Yes, I can. Unnatural 20.
Okay. You move to the 3 o'clock position. The Lizard King does not look like it's noticed where you are, but it does notice it can't see. It says something in that language that you don't understand. Scar, it is your turn.
Okay, so I feel like Emily and I would have worked out a signal, or Drusilla and I would have worked out a signal to where, I would signal her that I was going to use my thaumaturgy and that she would make some kind of move to make it look like it was her that made the sound.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the signal, and then I'm going to cast my cantrip, thaumaturgy.
So you're readying an action, preparing the spell.
Well, it's a cantrip.
So you have it ready for when I give the signal.
Yeah. So I'm giving you the signal to let you know that I'm ready when you are to use the cantrip.
Dope.
Sweet. Would you like to move at all? I imagine that you're around the edge with the other lizard folk kind of forming the perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, I want to stay in her eye line. So move me somewhere that I'm in her eye line.
Okay. You move in tandem with Drew as she is circling the arena in a counterclockwise fashion.
Okay.
Next is going to be the Lizard King. It has no idea where Drew is. So it's going to swing wildly.
Oh, that's actually even more dangerous.
Lovely.
If you're at 3 o'clock, let's use a D12 because that has enough things for clocks. It attacks wildly at 9 o'clock, and it strikes one of the lizard folk.
Oh.
Dope.
And with its trident, it will deal 9 damage. It will then attempt to strike again. And it's going to hit. And the lizard folk takes another 8 damage. So it takes 17 damage total.
Jesus.
So that will be the lizard folk's turn. It also moved up to meet it. Agamir, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. So, I imagine I'm kind of in the crowd, but am I being actively monitored by these lizard folk?
No, everyone's eyes are on the Battle of the Blessed, right?
Yeah.
Battle of the Blessed.
Nice. Okay. My whole plan is to kind of sneakily shoot darts at it.
Okay.
So, is there, do I have line of sight? Do I need to get a higher vantage point?
You do have line of sight. You would probably need to be stealthy about it, but because no one's really looking at you, I'll let you roll your stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Very cool. That would be 17.
Okay. That's your stealth, and then roll for your attack.
All right. Will a 13 hit?
That will not.
Okay.
A dart hits it in the leg, and it clatters to the ground near its feet. It is quickly covered by the dust that it's kicking up.
All right. Do I need to... I can use a bonus action to hide. Is that necessary?
You're already being stealthy, so no, probably not.
All right. We're good then.
Yeah. You are not being actively pursued.
Okay.
So, Saph, it is your turn.
All right, so I need a key. Does it look like I can forge something myself to fit into this key slot or whatever it is?
If your aim is to do it quickly, probably not. If your aim is to do it over the course of a few days, you would probably be able to fabricate something.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I look toward the Lizard King. Does he have any sort of key around his neck, perhaps?
You do not see a key around his neck, no. He's got his trident. He's mostly just in his bare scales. So yeah, he doesn't have any sort of ornamentation besides like a bone necklace that he's wearing.
Okay. And I'm not going to move either. Actually, this thing is on a pedestal, right?
Yeah. You had to scamper up the pedestal in order to get up to the panel.
All right. So I'm going to climb off of the Colossus, but I'm going to stay on the pedestal. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Drew.
Okay. What does that give her? Does it give her a bonus to AC?
Yeah, +2 to AC.
All right.
Dope.
Drew's AC is now 16.
Nice.
Excellent. So nothing else that Saph wants to do?
Is Agamir anywhere near me?
He's about 10 feet in front of you, but on the ground floor.
Okay. Can I shout to him?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to whisper scream, I need a key. Does he hear me?
Roll performance, maybe, for your whisper scream, and if it beats Agamir's passive perception, he hears you. Or no, if it is under Agamir's passive perception, then he hears you.
If I say Agamir, I need a key, would that help at all?
If you just say it instead of trying to whisper scream it?
Yes.
Yeah, it would help.
Okay. So, I preface it with Agamir and I don't whisper scream.
Okay. Yeah, Agamir hears that.
All right. I kind of glance up at Saph and I'm like, what kind of key?
I should be a little more specific.
I motion with my hands what it should look like, if I know what it should look like.
You do not know what it should look like.
I throw my hands up in the air and I go, I don't know.
Agamir kind of just the same. Just throws his hands up and just turns back around to watch combat.
Help me look I say, help me look.
Agamir sighs and kind of
Fight was just getting good.
I start to slowly pace the perimeter of the crowd, and can I just, or like, would it just be checked against my passive perception to see if can I be actively looking for some kind of a key?
What's your passive perception is 12?
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you kind of have that passive perception going. If you want to actively look, you can make a roll on your turn.
Okay.
Cool. So that's going to take us to Drew's turn. Drew, you are at 3 o'clock. The Lizard King is at 9 o'clock.
Did he roll a Constitution saving throw at the end of his turn?
No, he did not. But he didn't succeed anyway.
Okay, so he still can't see.
He still cannot see.
Okay, so how far away is he from me?
About 20 feet. It's a 20-foot arena, basically, that
Okay.
y'all are fighting in. 20-foot diameter.
So I'm gonna sprint towards him. So I'm running at him head on, and then I'm going to grab him by the throat and cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay, I need you to do a few things for me.
Okay, but this is also, I put my, when I grab him by the throat, I put my hand up as well, and that's the signal for Scar to do her cool shit.
Okay, so,
I do my cool shit.
well,
So that's all I want to do, Dungeon Master. Let's now tell me the rolls I must make.
okay, so you want to run up and jump up to his throat to put your hand on it.
Yeah.
Up to the 8-foot tall Lizard King. So, how tall are you?
Wow, why did I think I was proficient in athletics? Acrobatics is a little better, but I don't know why. For some reason, I was like, yeah, I'm good at athletics.
Well, you're going to need to make an acrobatics, I guess, to jump up to his throat because you are shorter than 8 feet.
Okay.
You'll need to make your melee spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to hold on as well?
I'm assuming once this hits him that he will go down and I will be able to fall and hit the ground on my feet. You feel?
So you're hoping that this is going to just outright kill him.
Not kill him, bring him to his knees at the very least.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, so I need an acrobatics check, melee spell attack, and a strength saving throw.
Think if this makes it any easier for you. Think Harry Potter
No, I
in
know,
the
the troll.
dungeon with the troll.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
understand. I
okay?
understand what you're trying to do.
Okay, there we go. So acrobatics first.
Acrobatics first.
15. It's not great.
Okay. So you are able to jump up and you're able to get to his throat.
Dope. So now I cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah, and at this point, Scar unleashes her thaumaturgy. So what does it look like, Scar?
What does Emily want it to look like?
Well, she can't tell you. You're the
I
one
know.
doing it.
So
We already talked about it.
yeah, I don't know. So you want me to make like the thunder noises?
Like the ground tremble and the thunder noises, both.
Yeah, so I do that.
Okay. So Scar does that and Drew jumps up. The ground starts shaking and there's thunder coalescing in the air as she touches the Lizard King's throat.
And man, if I fail this, that's going to be really anticlimactic, y'all.
Yes, it is.
18.
Whoa. That'll hit.
Yeah.
Roll for damage at second
Alright.
level.
So it's going to be 4d10 necrotic damage.
The look on the lizard folks' faces must be ridiculous after that thaumaturgy and jump.
Yeah, some of them have inched backwards a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Bet they have.
but they're all staring in awe at both you and the Lizard King.
We've got an 8, a 4, a 7, and a 5. What is that?
23 damage.
23.
All right. The lizard folk is struck with your inflict wounds, and the purpley black tendrils start going all over his body. You can see it kind of following the scale pattern
Mm-hmm.
that's on him, and you can see that his chest is turned like this sickly purple-black. He's still upright. He has not been brought low, so I need you to make a strength saving throw to hold on.
Okay.
As he's kind of moving around to try and shake you off.
Oh, that's an unnatural 20. I rolled a 19.
Okay. So you're able to hold on. You are basically grappling this thing that's larger than you. I say grappling, you're holding on to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to say that you're holding on to him?
What has he got on?
It's just scales and like a bone necklace and his trident.
Then I would probably say I've got like I would be like on his shoulders, like piggyback style. Like I jumped up and like grabbed his throat and swung myself like around him, so I'd be like on his back.
Okay.
Yoda style.
That sounds good.
Gotta teach you some lessons, boy.
Sweet. So it is Scar's turn.
I mean, yeah, I just keep staying in her eye line.
You're going to ready that action again?
Yeah.
Cool. So that is Scar's turn. Keeping the theatrics on standby. It is now the Lizard King's turn. He now realizes that the threat is on his back. So he's going to try and grab you and throw you off of his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Make an opposed strength check for me, please.
It had to happen sometime. I crit myself.
Oh.
Yeah, he flings me right the fuck off.
Yeah. So he...
Like a bug.
Yeah, I'll say that it's going to be an attack with his claws because you crit yourself and he was able to get you off.
Does that mean I can use Hellish Rebuke?
Yes. But hold on.
Okay, that's fine. He can throw me off first, and then I do it. That's fine.
So you get flung off and smashed onto the ground. You take 11 points of damage as his claws dig into you, and you take additional bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground. The Lizard King also has that lizard folk skewered on his trident.
Mm-hmm.
So he throws it off, and that is going to be his second attack. And that lizard folk that he had skewered now lays dead on the ground.
Got it.
And he lets out a bellowous roar, and he's going to make a Constitution saving throw. What is your spell save? 14. It's a con throw. So he got a 14. It meets, it beats. So his eyes, you can see that he's now focusing on you, and he makes a snarl with his crocodilian mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes,
Okay.
you know, like lizards do.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Agamir, it is your turn.
Wait, no, I get to do Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay. Your reaction. Sorry.
Listen. Okay. So, I'm still on the ground, but like because I'm still prone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm still on the ground, but from the ground, I point up at him. I don't think I caught his name. Point at him, and he, like, around him just bursts into those bright purple flames.
Okay.
He gets to make a dexterity saving throw.
He did not beat your spell save DC.
Dope.
So he'll take
It
full
takes
damage.
2d10 fire damage. That's going to be an 8 and a 7.
15.
By the way, I also, again, put my hand up, so that's Scar's cue to make the trembly things happen.
So
I do that.
yeah, so the flames go up, the ground starts shaking again, and there's thunder and fire, and he's engulfed in flames, and you hear him let out a little bit of a howl.
Oh my god, that's so dope.
Right?
And the flames subside, and he stands there. He's still upright, and he gives you a even angrier snarl than before.
I bet.
So now it's Agamir's turn.
All right. I shoot a dart at him.
Oh my god.
Do I need to roll for stealth or anything?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 11. Or do I still have advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage still.
Oh, okay.
This fight's pretty intense, in case you couldn't tell.
All right. Well, 17.
Okay, you are unnoticed.
Okay. And let me see. Yeah. Will a 12 hit?
That will not.
I didn't think so.
So another dart clatters against the scales and it falls to the ground.
I'm trying.
What are you doing? My best.
Basically. And then that would be my turn.
Would you like to move?
I mean, am I still the same distance I was from Saph? I'm in the same spot?
More or less.
Are there any... So I'm closer to the Colossus than I am the structure with ruins, right?
Correct.
I'd like to head into the ruins.
Okay. You circle around the arena and the mouth of the ruins where the Lizard King came out are open before you. Next turn you can go inside and see what's going on in there.
Okay.
Sweet.
Don't you have like a dash follow-up action or something?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. I can dash.
Sweet.
Okay.
So you're inside the ruins then. You look around and there are passageways going deeper into the ruins or to the right and left. On the right side, you see a ladder that looks like it goes up to a second floor.
Interesting. I'll just chill here for a round, it seems, then.
Yeah. So, next will be Saph's turn. What would Saph like to do?
So I'm going to take a look in the immediate surroundings, see if there's like a panel inside the pedestal or under it or some sort of thing I could pry open or look at.
In the pedestal?
Yeah, or in the immediate area.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Okay. 22.
All right. You find no panels in the pedestal. However, you do see that there's a secondary panel on the thigh of the Colossus, whereas the one before was in, like, the back of it. It's humanoid in shape, so you were in the back panel, the back of the back panel. And now there's another panel on the thigh, and you see that there is some sort of stone inside of the thigh that is inscribed with various runes. And they're glowing kind of a teal green light. And it looks like whenever the stone pulses, the mechanisms around the stone also get energy or power from the stone.
Is this stone the size that I would need for the back panel?
This stone is smaller than the one that you would need for the back panel.
Is there another panel on the other side of, or the other leg or thigh?
In your investigation, you see that it looks like there's one for each of the limbs and then the main one in the back.
I take it I've already done all my investigating. Can I investigate the other limbs? Or,
I mean, you can get like a cursory glance on them, but in the 6 seconds you've got, you can really only see the one at a time.
okay, so I'll wait till next turn then.
Yep. Cool. So it's going to be Drew's turn.
I'm gonna ready an action. So is he? You said he's in front of me. Does he look like he's gonna? If he's gonna attack me, he's going to like run at me. I'm assuming because he's actually like attacking me.
He has a trident, which has reach, so he doesn't need to be immediately on top of you. He can be 5 feet away from you. He doesn't have to be in melee range.
Okay, but the furthest away he can attack me is 5 feet.
The furthest away, he can be 10 feet away from you and attack.
Okay, he can be 10 feet away from me and attack.
Like, if you have to be in the space directly in front of him, like your spaces have to be touching, he can be 1 more away from you.
So my plan was, what I want to do is ready my phase step so that when he runs at me, the plan was when he becomes within 5 feet of me, but if he stops at 10 feet away from me, it's not going to work.
He would have to get in melee range to use his claws or his bite.
Yeah, but I would assume he'd use his trident first.
Yeah, he's looking like he's looking to use some tools here.
Yeah. So instead, I'm going to cast Hold Person. Choose a humanoid you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, and I am betting his wisdom is not high.
He has failed his wisdom save.
Yes. Dope. So he is now paralyzed for the duration, which is 1 minute. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay, and is that concentration for you or no?
Yes, it's concentration.
Okay.
But Drew puts her hand just up towards him as and scream and says very loudly, hold. So he just stops short.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like he was about to inch forward towards you, and he just stops. And so does the trembling and the thunder. It gets eerily quiet.
Do I have movement?
You do.
I'm going to... How far away is he from me?
About 10 feet.
10 feet? Cool. So I'm going to use my movement to walk kind of slowly and menacingly towards him.
Okay. You do that.
That's my turn.
Excellent. Scar, it is your turn. Going to keep the theatrics up, or would you like to do something different?
I don't really think I can do anything else, right? No. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
I like helping out. If I can't be the one in battle, might as well
That's
help.
valid.
Yeah.
Scar's just sitting there God damn it.
It's like when my little sister played soccer when she was a kid, and I'm a soccer player and she's not, and I went to go hold her hand on the field while she was playing because my dad would do that. And instead of just holding her hand and letting her play, I was dragging her all over the place and wanted to kick the ball so bad.
Yeah, basically that's Scar right now. She's just leaning so close.
Yep.
Nice. All right. It's going to be the Lizard King's turn. So he makes his wisdom save at the beginning or end of his turn.
End of his turn.
All right. Well, he can't move. He can't attack. He just kind of snarls through gritted teeth. And he continues to hold where he is.
Yes. Yes.
Agamir, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, you said to the right, there's a path that leads to a ladder. What was to the left?
The left is just a hall.
And is there anything straight ahead?
It looks like straight ahead, you can go deeper into the ruins.
I'd like to go to the right and up the ladder.
Okay. You go to the right, it's about, a 10-foot hall, and then you get up the ladder, and you see that you are on the second floor. You can see down. The wall is open, and you can kind of see what's happening down there in the courtyard.
Okay.
You can see Saph and the Colossus. You do not see anything in the immediate vicinity that would be key-like.
Are there any other paths on this floor, or would it just be back down?
Looks like you might be able to maybe climb up to a third floor, but it might be a little perilous. So it's either climb up, go back down and into the ruins, or you can stay there. You've still got a little bit of movement.
Okay. Can I roll an investigation while I'm in here?
Sure.
Okay. And that's okay, that'll be a total of 8.
All right. What are you looking for?
Well, you already said that I didn't find a key, right? I don't see anything key-like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's just count.
You find a barrel with some bone arrows and a few bone swords. It looks like this is a place where a sentry might post up and kind of watch over the ruins.
Okay. Am I in range for combat?
Yeah, you would. You'd be about 30 feet away.
Okay. Would I be able to try and make a dart attack from here?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's another 10. Do I have any kind of advantage?
Not from where you are up here, no.
Okay.
So, well, actually, if he's paralyzed...
Yeah, he would have advantage because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, so you would.
Okay, awesome. Does a 21 hit?
You know what? It will.
Okay, awesome. Let me see. Then I will do 11 damage with my dart.
Excellent. A dart?
With sneak attack.
Cool. So a dart will hit him right between the shoulder blades, and it embeds deep into his flesh. You got right between the scales on this one. Because he is being held, he can't make much of a sound because he's been hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
Super
No
sneaky.
one knows.
Yeah. So, it'll take us to Saph. What would Saph like to do?
Investigate the other limbs to make sure they have these keys in them, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Well, you look at the arm above where the leg was that you were looking at the panel there. Flip open that panel and you see a similar key there emanating its light. And you check the other arm and the other leg, and they are all emanating the same light. You notice that with each time you check the receptacle that holds the stone, the energy stone, we'll call it, the receptacle mirrors what is on the back panel.
Oh, it looks just like the slot that you would put it in.
Yes. You recognize that there's a slot in the back panel where maybe you're missing an attunement stone or an energy stone on the back.
Okay. I don't know. Should I head towards the cavern? The ancient ruins? I don't know.
What would Saph do? WWSD?
I'm gonna head towards the ruins. How far away am I?
You're about 40 feet from the entrance to the ruins.
Okay, I'm gonna run towards it.
Okay. With the getting around and investigating each of the limbs, you can jump off the pedestal.
Okay.
Because it is rather tall. You've got to do a little bit of scurrying up and down the Colossus.
Okay.
But you are on the ground now.
Okay.
Does Saph still have an action?
That was the investigation.
Okay.
Unless you want to use a bonus action, if you have one.
Not except Shield of Faith. That's the only one I got.
Gotcha. Okay. So that'll take us to Drew's turn.
Okay, so he is paralyzed. I am walking towards him fairly slowly. I get up to him and I'm going to kick him. I haven't kicked anybody. I'm gonna kick him, and where my foot hits, that's where inflict wounds is going to be cast. It's my last first level spell slot.
Okay.
And do I have advantage since he's paralyzed?
I believe the advantage is only for ranged attacks, but I mean, it kind of makes sense it would be for melee as well. I don't have my book in front of me.
Then make a call, Dungeon Master.
Paralyzed condition 5e. Automatically fails strength and dex throws. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
What?
That's good to know.
It's a good thing I checked.
Yeah, because that means this is a critical hit.
Yeah, within 5 feet.
Dope.
And attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Does that mean I double my dice?
Yes, you would double your dice for the inflict wounds, I guess.
Okay, so first of all, rolling with advantage. That's 19.
To hit?
Yes, to hit.
That will in fact hit.
Okay, so yay, I get to double. So I do 6d10 necrotic damage.
That's too many.
A 9, and a 3 for the first roll. A 6, a 9, and a 7.
43.
Goodness.
Dope.
All right. Well,
And this is also, I raise my hand, so Scar does her thing.
so you kick and raise your hands at the same time?
Yeah, it's one of those, you kick and you kick out, and I've got my other hand up.
I feel like at this point, I would know that anytime she does
Yeah.
something, I need to do it.
We're in sync now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm Avatar, she's the last airbender.
Okay. So what does it look like when the Lizard King meets his demise?
Yeah.
Include the thaumatological effects.
Okay.
Thaumatological effects.
Easy for you to say.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to. So what everyone has seen is he looks like he's about to come like fuck me up, and then I put my hand out and say hold, and he completely stops moving. I walk towards him fairly creepy and slowly, and then I quickly kick him in the, I guess it would be like stomach, because I'm not very tall, so in his stomach area, and the black tendrils kind of go out and kind of like envelop his body. The ground starts shaking. There's loud thunder happening everywhere, and he falls to the ground as his body starts to melt away into like a mush. Scales are still kind of there though.
Wow.
Sweet. A single dart is left behind as well.
Nice. I don't make any like excited like, yeah, I did it. Like I just kind of like stand there and watch it all go down, and then just turn towards the crowd waiting for my adoration.
Okay. You get it. The lizard folk are chanting, and they're, whatever the thing is when people are down, kneeling, and...
We are worms!
Yeah. What is it called?
Prostrating?
Prostrating. Yeah, that's it.
That can't be the word.
Prostrate. Lay oneself flat on the ground, down, face downward, especially in reverence or submission.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah, that's a terrible word.
Yes, the lizard folk are prostrating.
There's a cream for that.
Yeah, that happened. That took 24 seconds, by the way.
Oh, God, Drew's so good. I love her.
You had help.
Just the coolest spells. No, I just mean like Drew has the coolest spells, like in general. I love the necromancy spells. Like coupled with Scar and everything like that was dope as heck.
Man, I gave you a dead lizard folk, too, that you could bring back to life.
Wait, how can I bring it back to life? I can't do that yet.
Yeah, you can.
With what?
You can make zombie out of it, I think.
It's your,
Pact to the Shepherd thing.
Yeah, Pact to the Shepherd. It's delayed departure.
Where's the thing that tells me how to do that? This is the problem with having, like, a made-up warlock pact, because, like, I don't have it just, like, written out right here.
Yeah, I think I shared it with you. So, delay departure, starting at first level. When you, I guess it's when you reduce a humanoid or beast to 0 hit points. You may attempt to bind the creature's soul to its body for up to 1 minute. As a bonus action, roll a charisma persuasion check with a DC equal to double the creature's number of hit dice. Should your check succeed, the creature's soul is bound to its body under your control. It may use any weapon, natural or man-made, it was wielding at the time of its death, but may not cast spells or use any other abilities it had in life. You may only bind one creature at a time, and when the spell ends, the creature's body disintegrates as the soul leaves for the afterlife.
Oh my god, are you gonna, like, take this Lizard King guy's soul for the shepherd?
I melted the lizard dude.
Yeah, he melted. You may use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. You regain all expended uses after a long rest.
You know what would be incredible for that? That's a first level, right?
That first level, yeah.
For every level after first level, you should be able to reanimate one person or one humanoid per level. That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Well, there's improved delay departure at 10th level. Your hold on the spirits of the dead strengthens. You gain the following enhancements to the feature. Your persuasion check DC to bind the creature is now equal to the hit dice total. The creature's soul is bound to its body for up to 1 hour, and you may bind up to 3 creatures at a time.
Ooh.
So when I say the hit dice total, like the lizard folk has, their hit dice are 4d8 plus 4. So the DC to bind a lizard folk would be 8.
Wow.
So the DC to bind the big boy, his hit die was 12d8 plus 24. So it would be, the DC would be 24 to bind him.
Jeez.
That's wild.
So yeah, the Lizard King is now met his demise at the hands of Drew. What would everyone like to do now? Agamir, you're up in the sentry post. Saph, you're in with the prostrating lizard folk. Scar, you're with the prostrating lizard folk.
I'm gonna go up to Drew and high five her. Be like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
The lizard folk try and hold you back from touching their new god.
I put my hand up and like as like a move aside. She's welcome. Like she can.
They can try to stop me. I'm just saying.
She's okay.
That's right. I'm with the god.
Excellent.
I want art of Scar wearing like a members only jacket, except like God's only jacket.
Or it just says like Drew.
God's crew.
Yeah, a shirt that just says "I'm with the God."
It has fan art that has Scar wearing like a "I'm with Drew the God" T-shirt.
So I'm gonna go into the ruins.
Okay. You head into the ruins. Goes to the right, left, and you can go deeper inside. To the right, there's a ladder where Agamir is.
I'm coming down the ladder at this point.
Okay, so he comes down the ladder. I ask him if there's anything up there.
I tell him I didn't see anything key-like.
Okay. Looks like we'll have to go further.
Would you like to more succinctly describe what kind of key you're looking for?
Oh, yeah. So it looks like kind of an energy ball. It should be, if it's activated, it would probably be glowing like a bluish color, you said?
Like it's a tealish green. Yeah.
Okay, like a tealish green kind of color, and it's spherical.
It's ovoid.
Okay, I say that.
Mm.
And then head into the ruins.
I'm kind of like, I definitely didn't see anything like that, but yeah, lead the way.
Cool. Scar, Drew, are you hanging out outside?
Yeah. I figure. Let's see. What do I want to do?
I feel like I'm gonna be like your bodyguard.
Yeah, like how do we keep them busy while they're searching for the key that they need? I look at Aragog and I ask him to please translate. And I say, tell them to. I guess did these temples look like they live in the temples?
They're not temples, they're old buildings.
Old buildings? Like, does it look like they live in these old buildings?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They're starting to bring you like fish and berries and bugs.
It's pretty dope.
It looks like they're trying to lay out a feast at your feet.
It's pretty dope. I turn to him and say, tell them I wish to have a glorious throne, and I request that they start building it now.
Oh, okay. What do you want it made out of? It looks like they've got a lot of bones.
Bones. I would like a throne of bones. That sounds dope as hell. Drew is so excited. That's all she's ever wanted.
The bone throne.
The bone throne.
He relays the message to the lizard folk, and they start gathering bones and start crafting you a bone throne.
I don't mean like I want them to just like pile a bunch of bones up. Like this is going to take a while. Like I want them to like craft me a throne fit for a god, not just a pile that I sit on. You feel?
A Drogon goes,
As best they can. I understand they're very primitive.
He talks back to them, and they start bringing out like bone chisels and stone.
I'm trying
styluses.
to. It takes longer, so they have longer to search through the tunnels. If we're gonna go back, and Agamir's shipmate is gonna be like, "Your new friend sucks." Seriously, she's horrible. But yeah, no, I'm monitoring them. I guess I'm eating some of the fruit.
Okay, roll me a performance for your godliness, I guess.
Godliness.
That's awesome.
14.
All right, you're keeping it up. They're not very wise, remember.
That's true.
All right, Agamir and Saph, you're on the hunt for a energy ball, as Saph called it. So you're deeper in the ruins now. It looks like a lot of this is storage for the lizard folk. There are some regions where it looks like they are raising some sort of livestock that they can eat. There's like pigs in there.
Is there any like impressive kind of pathway into like an antechamber or something where the Lizard King would have stayed, for example? Because he was probably hoarding all the valuables.
Yeah, you continue down the hallway and you see that there is like a massive chamber at the back. It's perfectly circular and it looks like there's a big old stone throne that has been carved out of the back wall for what you assume is the Lizard King. All around it are trinkets and baubles and things that interest one so dim. But yeah, you do not see any sort of glowing light like you saw in the panels of the Colossus.
All right, what about not glowing, but I'm looking for the kind of shape and size?
Can you both roll me an investigation check?
Sure. Let's see.
23.
16.
All right. You both are searching and searching. Agamir finds some cool daggers.
Sweet.
Nice.
Can never have too many daggers.
Yeah, they're actually +1 daggers, so
Ooh.
if you don't have any of those. And Saph finds a stone that looks about the right size, although it doesn't have the runes carved in it. It does feel like it's more than just a stone, though.
If I
Could turn back time?
if only I could find a way.
Would you take back those words that hurt me?
And I would say, so if I think about it, would maybe the runes would show up if they were in the correct, if the stone was in the correct location. Like if I brought it in, maybe the runes would show up, kind of thing.
Roll me an Arcana.
Okay. 5.
You aren't sure about how the energy works with these stones that you saw in the panels, so you're not exactly sure if the runes are permanent or not.
Okay. I take the stone and I motion for Agamir to come with, and we walk toward the outside.
Okay, cool. Scar,
Yes.
while you are up around the prostrating lizard folk,
Mm-hmm.
you
Hate that word.
I know, me too. That's why I keep saying it. You recognize that this trident that the Lizard King was using is of surprisingly strong make. Looks like a pretty neat little trident there.
I'm gonna take it.
It looks super angry, but it also looks like just the type of thing that you'd want to have.
Hell yeah, it does.
So it actually is going to give you a power.
Ooh.
I like
Powers?
powers.
Drew power? More power? It's my alignment again.
Yeah, you're not taking that fucking thing from me. Just saying.
No. I was just like, I wonder if my alignment's neutral. It's a little rough for neutral. let's keep going, I guess.
I could feel the power.
So it's a trident that it has the same stats as a normal trident, same weight and size and everything, and it has reach. But also you can skewer things.
Ooh.
So basically,
Big poke.
big poke. So on your turn, once per turn, you can use it to deal extra damage.
Once per turn?
Once per turn.
Go.
So every time?
Once per turn. If she gets 4 attacks, she can use one of those attacks to do extra damage.
That's dope. And you can attack from 10 feet away instead of 5.
1d6 piercing.
So now, Saph and Agamir have come back, and Saph is holding a rock Agamir's fiddling with some new daggers. And Saph, what would you like to do? Agamir, what would you like to do?
There's something sticking out in my head from when they tried to detain us at the edge of the forest. They said there can be no peace on this island. I'm wondering if they're at war with other tribes at the other fire pits. I know there were multiple smoke stacks that we saw.
Ooh, you're right. I should unite them all under my reign.
That's exactly what I was saying. I don't know. Like the key it could be at one of the other places. I don't know.
Fair. So we're all just kind of like standing around while they're trying to build me a bone throne?
Yes.
Okay. I walk forward and I'm like, hey, Aragorn, can you ask them, when did the big robot monster tribute show up? Like around when? And like, why is it here? Like, ask them about this thing.
Adragon converses with the lizard folk and comes back with you. They say it's always been here.
It's always been here. That's what they think. They have no other knowledge about it.
It says they said that it's been here as long as they've been here.
They were giving offerings to it. Like, has it done something magical, or is it just there and they just started worshiping it one day?
He converses with the lizard folk again, comes back with, they say it's shiny and nice.
I love my people.
I love my people.
So by this point, I imagine I would have walked up to Drew, because that's where I was kind of heading, for her to do an Arcana check on this stone. But also, I kind of heard the little bit of that conversation, and I ask her to, or I ask Ara Thorn, whatever, if there are more of those on this island, if they know.
Let me see. He converses with the lizard folk. They say that there are many of these throughout the island.
Whoa.
Ooh.
We can have an army.
Like an army of iron golems. This can be dope.
What I was imagining in my head when you brought up this whole he's shiny thing, or it's shiny thing, was Iron Man suit.
Iron Man suit.
That would be awesome.
That would be sweet.
Can we ask if there are any other tribes here, or if it's just them? Are there any other people on this island? Any other beings on this island?
Adragon asks him and says, they say there are many like them. Many are angry with the others. So it sounds like it's a lot of rival tribes.
Gotcha.
Can we just ask if they've ever seen anything glowing
Besides me?
besides you? Anything that matches the description?
Of the things within the colossi.
Mm-hmm.
Adragon says, no, they have not.
I hold the thing up to Drew and I ask, can you do an Arcana check on this?
Sure. What do I just roll?
Roll an Arcana check, yes.
15.
Okay. This is not a normal stone,
Yes.
and it seems like there is some sort of energy contained within.
I'm getting all hot and bothered here. I go up to the Colossus, and I open up the back panel,
Mm-hmm.
and I place the key inside.
Okay. You put the stone in the receptacle, and nothing happens.
Hate it.
I let out the biggest sigh.
As you are doing that, you see that there are some runes that are starting to glow on the stone.
I just let out the biggest gasp.
Like a cartoon character. I love it.
I know my husband so well.
You hear some gears turning, and there's multiple clicks inside, and there's a steady hiss, like a tss. It looks like the shield colossi has relaxed almost, like it was standing there all rigid, and then it just, the hiss happens and it goes, and it like lets its shoulders down.
Neat.
I close the panel and I hop on its shoulders and I say, forward.
Nothing happens.
I knew you were going to say it.
Damn it. What do I do?
What do you do?
Is anything glowing on the outside?
Pull on its hair like Ratatouille.
It doesn't have hair. And it doesn't have any, no glowing on the outside either. Once the panels are shut, the glowing stops.
This is confusing.
Like it's glowing on the inside, just not on the outside.
Yeah, it's glowing on the inside, not on the outside.
I say, walk forward.
It does nothing.
I politely knock on its head.
Just be like, Alexa,
Alexa, please.
I'm trying to think of something that would, like, maybe it needs to be, like,
Attuned or
to
something.
you. Yeah, like maybe if
Yeah.
you tune to it.
Can I, like...
Maybe it's like a construct that you have to, like, attune to.
Were there any sort of like buttons or anything in the panel besides the keyhole thing?
No, just...
Did you turn it all the way? Is there a right way to do it?
Just the gears, right, Nate?
Yeah, that's the only thing that you heard.
All you did was put the key in, right? You didn't turn it or anything?
No, but it started activating. It activated itself by the time I closed the panel.
It just made a noise.
Was there even a way to turn it?
That's what I'm wondering.
No, it's more like you just pop the stone in this receptacle and it holds it, and then it powers the
Okay,
the
so
whole,
it's not really
it's
like
magic.
a turny thing. It's fantasy robot. Got it.
Fantasy robot. Construct is what we call them.
I hate everybody.
I'm going to vote with you have to attune to it. I don't know why it would just follow your orders like that.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of magic words.
Were those runes like a language, or was it more like just so ancient nobody could read it?
Is it a dead language?
Like
Huh?
Old English?
Huh? I know two of them. I don't know which two.
Did you look at the runes? The only way that you see the runes is when you're up on the panels.
I mean, I would guess if Safina was like, hey, can you look at this? Are you talking to me or her?
I'm talking to Drew.
I would assume that if she was like, hey, can you read this? Then yeah, I'd look at it.
Well, when you were doing the Arcana check, it was just the regular old rock, and then Saph hopped up and put it in.
Yeah.
And that's when the runes appeared.
Okay, well then come get me and ask me to come read it.
I yelled, Drew!
I walk over, look at the panel.
I open the panel and show you the runes.
Cool. Can I read it?
Surprisingly, yes.
What?
Yeah, what's it say?
This is Old Common.
Dope. Dope, dope, dope.
So it says Safina's name.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, yay. That means it's like attuned to you. That means yours, because you're the one that put the thing in the thing.
Thing in the thing.
So maybe you have to talk to it in Old Common. Can I tell Safina how to say, like, go forward in Old Common?
You really only know how to read it. You don't know how to speak it.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, boy.
You can try your best, because, I mean, it's Old Common. Like, I can write something in Old English, but I don't know how to say it. Have you tried looking at Beowulf, like, in the original script?
That's valid. Okay, so I do my best at pronouncing it. Do I need to, like, roll a wisdom check?
No, it'd be a history check, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Or, like, performance? Or just a wisdom, yeah, I
I
guess.
guess inferring how it's pronounced based on other words around it, I think would be wisdom.
Yeah. I think to mimic it, Saph would have to do a performance.
Yeah, Saph would do a performance, but I would do
Mhm.
wisdom. Let's see. Oh, 17 wisdom.
Okay, you give your best estimation at how to say walk forward in Old Common.
Okay.
Okay.
Now Saph, roll a performance.
I got a 19.
All right, you say it just like Drew said it. It sounds almost identical when you say it. And nothing happens.
Is there a way to change the language settings? I look at the rock.
It doesn't support New Common. You have to install a patch.
Why would the rock say Safina's name if it doesn't do anything when she talks to it?
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's all it says. That's all the rock says is Safina's name.
Yep.
There's no other runes inside that say anything. It's just that.
I mean, there are the runes in each of the limbs.
What do the limbs say?
You open those up, and it is basically just marking what the limb is.
Like the IKEA instructions?
Yeah, it says like A, B, C, D.
Okay.
But it's like, it's basically like right arm, left leg, right leg.
Okay. Don't know what else to do with that.
Can I roll a history to see if I've read any old English if I've read any old common books or anything?
Listen, y'all tried that already. It doesn't work.
Well, maybe she's pronouncing it wrong.
Is it possible that you could, like, it will mimic your motions?
Yeah, dude. Why don't you do that?
Ooh, maybe. Try.
Ooh. Okay. I hop down and I stand in front of it
Please let this work.
and I raise my arm, my right arm.
Nothing happens.
Damn it!
Man, I was hoping this was like a Road to El Dorado situation.
Is there like a little like panel in like its chest that she can climb into and like stand in and be like Iron Man?
Yeah, does it open up?
With all of your investigations, you did not see a chest panel.
Okay. We're not good at puzzles.
Yeah, you keep doing this to us and we keep proving to you that we're just fucking terrible at it.
Is there any way that I could roll a history to see if my grandfather or my great-grandfather spoke about these ancient colossi before?
Based on your knowledge of the shield colossi, everyone that you have talked to has talked about them as if they are a fable.
Yeah, but what do the fables say?
Yeah.
Not much. Not about anything about how they work. It's mostly just tall tales like, oh, they helped raise the mountain of the anvil and, for the Mithril Peninsula, and they flattened the fields for Ada's bounty. It's like all tall tale type stuff.
I have no idea what else to do to this thing.
How do you attune yourself to a weapon, for example?
You gotta think real hard.
Can she think real hard?
Yeah, I want to think real hard.
Oh my god, psychic commands.
Yeah, just think real hard. You want it to move.
I think real hard and I go in my mind. Raise right arm.
You raise your right arm.
I love it.
Sorry.
So now I think it. So I don't do it. I think it.
You think it real hard in your heart, your little halfling heart, and nothing happens with the colossi.
All right, can she attune herself to it? Try to attune herself to it?
I want to touch it and see if I can think myself into its gears.
God, that sounds like a Disney movie.
All right. I've got a dream. I've got a dream.
It's like Inside Out, but with robots.
One of these days I want to see this colossus gleam.
Sorry. That was so good. Sorry.
You can certainly try.
Okay, I do that.
You do it, and you don't feel anything. You
Oh
don't
my
feel anything in your
God.
little halfling heart.
I say my name out loud. Safina.
Everyone looks at you and they're like, yeah, that's you.
That's you.
Fuck.
The lizard folks stop building the bone throne and they're all kind of like, what is going on?
And then Drew turns around and goes, keep working.
She grabs Agamir's whip.
God. I turn around and I do glare at them. Like, what are you looking at? Like, don't pay attention to what we're doing. So I do kind of whip around like, yes, can I help you? I don't say that, but that's a look on my face.
They go back to building the bone throne.
That's what I thought.
They continue chipping away.
Well, Agamir, kind of out of ideas to contribute to this venture, kind of says to the group, we should probably let the crew know that we're all right.
Yeah, how close is it to nighttime now?
It was like the morning when you left, and that fight only took like 24 seconds, so it's still morning.
Still morning. So I go, hey, Adam, we're going to go grab the rest of the party. Can you tell my new citizens that I will be back with other warriors? Don't attack us. Basically. Like, I'm coming back with other people.
I'll let them know.
Dope. Thanks, buddy. All right, so let's go get our other people and bring them here and let them take a look at this thing and see if maybe they have an idea.
Yeah, I walk away with them looking defeated.
As you walk away, you hear a grating stone sound,
Shut up, are you serious?
and the shield colossi hops down off the pedestal. It appears to be following Saph.
Yes!
And that's where we're going to end.
Nice.
The puzzle's so simple. Just walk away from it.
Yeah, but how do you make it do shit for you? Maybe it just does it automatically if you're in danger. Like it steps in.
It's like your
Like,
bodyguard.
Bah, 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 bah.
Oh my god, next time I'm going to punch you in the face and see what it does to me.
Oh God, please don't do that.
But I wanna hop on its shoulders and have it take me places. Like, how is that possible if it only follows me?
It's called a shield colossus, not a carry colossus.
Maybe there is a carry colossus on the island. We have to find it. There's a sword one, a shield, a carry, a Kanto region, I'm pretty sure. What else?
There's like a Megazord looking one, you know.
There's the Voltron.
Yeah.
I wonder if you bring all the shield colossi together, if they will form a gigantic...
It's like a transformer.
It's not like a Megazord. That's not a thing.
A halfling can hope.
It's a transformer.
We need to find the Optimus Prime one, the one that looks like a car, and then you touch it. I really wanted it to be like an Iron Man situation where you could like get inside of it and control.
Yeah, that would be
the
incredible.
inside. Like Saph is Iron Man.
Yeah, that's just what I need. I've already got a god. Now I need an Iron Man too.
Iron Saph.
Are you saying I'm Thor?
Basically.
You are Thor. I was making you have thunder sounds. You totally are Thor.
I'm into it.
We've got
We got Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
We've got Spider-Man as well. Already got Spider-Man.
I'm just nothing. Thanks, guys.
No.
Hey, Hulk smash.
Oh, that's true.
That's fair. We do say Scarlet Smash.
Scar
all the time.
Smash. Yeah.
So yeah, we have a Hulk.
Nice.
Thank you all so much for listening. I hope that you had a great time listening. I had a great time DMing, and I hope that my players had a great time playing. The Village Idiot this week. Man, it's really hard not to say all of you for not getting that puzzle, but it wasn't even a puzzle.
Shut up. It was hard.
I wanted to activate it so badly. You wouldn't want to like spend a little bit of time like trying to figure it out instead of just walk away from it.
Yeah.
I'm actually like really excited about this because it reminds me of like the Big Daddies and like the little sisters in BioShock. Like,
Yay!
Saph has her own Big Daddy. I'm like really excited about this.
That's so cool.
Anywho, I think the Village Idiot this week is going to be... I guess it'll have to be me, because I didn't throw a bigger bat at you all.
I thought it would be Saph for not walking away from the thing.
Nah,
Come on.
I understand her...
I feel like that wasn't obvious.
You're going to put that on all of us?
No, she was
That's not
really
fair.
excited about trying to figure out what was going on with this cool artificer thing.
And I
So-
was excited about being a deity, so.
Yeah, but that's a lot of hubris. Like, getting excited about a new toy isn't hubris. So, yeah, I'm going to be the village idiot this week because I should just always throw a bigger monster at you guys. I really need to learn my
I'm
lesson.
good.
Please don't. No.
That was good.
Yeah, no.
That was I feel like that was a pretty good battle.
Man, if you hadn't held him with hold person.
I'm telling you, Kelvin gave me that idea, and that's a pretty good spell. I see why he uses it. I will be using it in the future,
Fucking Kevin, man. He's good for something at least.
right?
So, Nicole, we can be found on social media, right?
Yeah, we can. You can find us on Twitter at Village Idiot Pod. Talk to us about all sorts of stuff on there. We like to post stuff. And if you want to talk to any of us personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You can find me at JRoma20.
You can find me at Neurotic Good.
You can find me at Village Idiots DM.
And you can't find me. That's all I got.
Because I'm wandering around in some ancient ruins.
Nope. Too sneaky.
We also have a website, villageidiotspodcast.com. Lots of dope stuff on there. Artwork, fun facts, Village Idiots tally, and a link to our Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, want to hear more from your favorite idiots? Well, you're in luck because we've officially launched our Patreon. For just a couple bucks a month, you'll have exclusive access to some DM insights with Nathan and Behind the Screens, listen to Nicole and I BS and What's What with Dilly and Dally, and even a mini prequel campaign set in the world of Lanamora.
If a subscription to a Patreon is too much of a commitment for you, we'd love if you could leave us a quick review on iTunes. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about us. New episodes come out every Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. Let's find out what else this shield Colossus can do and see if there are others that maybe can do different things.
Yeah, just loving this side quest shit right now. Like, I'm living for this. I want my own shield Colossus.
Right? Do we each
Yeah.
get a Colossus? I'm sorry.
It's not until they all come together that you find out you can get inside of them, and it is Voltron. And really,
Oh my
this is just a
God.
Voltron campaign.
Yes.
Anyway, from all of us at Villages, tune in next week. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Laters.